TradingView changed its plan from 3 indicators down to 2. So in this video I'm going to show you a beginner friendly strategy that I built using only 2 indicators, and yes, before you ask, it is profitable. So let's not waste any more of your time and get straight into this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and if you haven't checked it out yet, click the first link down in my description and let me personally mentor you. But let's get straight into the 2 indicator beginner strategy. Okay, for this strategy to work, like I said, we're only using 2 indicators because TradingView has changed its plans, and for the free version you can now only add 2 indicators instead of 3 indicators like it previously was. So I've tried to find a way to help all you guys and girls out, and I promise you it is a strategy that you have never ever seen on YouTube. So make sure you head over to tradingview.com, and the first thing you're going to want to do is click indicators at the top left. And the first indicator that we are going to add Bollinger Bands. We'll be putting a very powerful spin on this and outsmart the market time and time again to make you money. So add Bollinger Bands to your chart. But just before we do that, let me quickly tell you about Flux Charts and why they've sponsored today's video. Flux Charts has a massive range of insanely powerful indicators for any type of market. I have actually tested out a few of their indicators on the channel and I love them very much. And most importantly, have had very good success with them. I want you to join Flux Charts today because I want to see more traders break through the wall. And Flux Charts might just be the key that you need to finally become a profitable trader. And I really want you to succeed. So you've got 2 options. Option 1 is to click the link below and try out the Flux Charts 7-day completely risk-free trial for yourself. Yes, completely risk-free. And option 2, Flux Charts were kind enough to give a 20% off code at checkout. So use code MO and you'll be making money back already. So don't wait any longer and take the leap, and I will see you in the Discord making money. Let's get back to the video. The first spin on this indicator is we aren't just adding 1 Bollinger Band, we are adding 2. So I've added both of these to my chart and this is what it looks like. Let me show you all the settings that I've picked out. So these are my settings for the first indicator. You can see I've removed the background, changed the basis to green and the upper and lower white. And then on the input section, you want to make sure that the basis and moving average type is set to EMA for exponential moving average. And then on the time frame down here, you want to make sure that it is set to chart or 5 minute. And this will represent price's movement and volatility during this time frame. And for the second Bollinger Band indicator, I've gone for the basis as red. And then for the upper and lower, I've picked blue. Remove the background, and then on the inputs I have left all of the numbers the same, but I have changed the basis MA type to SMA, which is smooth moving average, and on the time frame I have changed it to 15 minutes. This means that this version of the indicator will be targeting the 15-minute chart even though we're on the 5. So I'm now going to show you exactly how to take buys and sells. Okay, so for taking trades with this beginner strategy, there is a few rules that you're going to want to write down. This will help you avoid any false signals and make the success rate of your trades actually hit and take profit increase even more. As you can see on the chart right now, we have price, which is the candles. Then we have the 5-minute Bollinger Bands, which are these white lines. Then we have the 15-minute Bollinger Bands, which are the blue lines. And then the green line is the basis for the 5-minute, and the red line is the basis for the 15-minute. Now don't worry, you don't need to remember all that, but let's get into the rules and show you how to take trades. So rule 1 and 2 for this strategy is we want to first wait for price to break outside of both of these Bollinger Band lines, which is the white and blue. And at the same time, or just before, we need the red and green line to cross. And right there on the chart, we can see that both of those 2 things have happened. Price has had a huge volume push and broke outside of both of the Bollinger Bands. And the green and red line have both crossed. Okay, so we'll be entering our trade on the close of this candle right here. So we enter our trade on the close of this candle. Remember, it is always on the close. Our stop loss will then go to where the basis lines both are. Now you can either put them at where the exact price of cross is, or you can put them at the highest basis line for a sell or the lowest basis line for a buy. Psychology comes into play here as price does not want to push back both of those lines. as this is the midline for both this time frame and the 15-minute time frame. And we are now going to trail and stop and watch for our exit signal. Now for this strategy, there are definitely two ways you can exit these trades. Now the lighter approach is when prices came down, broke outside of the bands, then be watching price and waiting for the white Bollinger Band and the blue Bollinger Band down at the bottom here to both cross on candle close. You can see that both of the Bollinger Bands crossed right here. So this would have been our exit for the safer strategy, but as you can see, it's not very profitable. So there is a second exit that I think we're going to stick to. And this is the more aggressive way to take our exits. You can see that we would have done a hell of a lot more profit than the safer way. But to exit this trade, we will be waiting for the white Bollinger Band, which is the 5-minute chart Bollinger Band, to cross back up above the red basis line, which is the 15-minute Bollinger Band basis. I've removed the candles and all of the unnecessary lines. And you can see right here we have the lower band for the 5-minute Bollinger Band, and this red line right here, remember, is the 15-minute chart basis line. And all we have to do is wait for this white line to cross and close back up above the red basis line. Okay, and right here we have just triggered a buy entry for this beginner strategy. You can see that our first and second rule have took effect. Prices closed outside of the Bollinger Band, which is right here, and the green and the red line have now crossed. And then our stop loss goes where the green and the red line have crossed. I've waited a couple candles just to show you very clearly exactly where both of these basis lines cross, but now let's see what this trade does. Now remember, because this is a buy, the rules are reversed, so we are waiting for this upper Bollinger Band line here to come back down and close below this red line right here. And there we go, that trade has actually hit take profit for a massive 7.49 risk to reward ratio. And all we had to do was wait for this upper white line right here to come down and close below the red line. The white line did get pretty close to crossing, but luckily it didn't, and we were able to catch all the rest of this profit. Another trade to take entry on. You can see that prices closed below the Bollinger Bands, and the green and red line have crossed, so we can now enter our trade. This sell has also occurred during the US session, and it is always good practice to trade during a high volume session, especially depending on the pair that you're trading. And there we go, that trade has hit a 1.41 risk to reward ratio. It is definitely not as big as the other two previous trades that we have just taken, but profit is still profit as always. Okay, so I'm now going to backtest this strategy 100 times, so please hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you are new. And as always, if you want to check out how I trade, then click the first link in the description. Here are the results from taking 100 trades with this super easy double Bollinger Band strategy. And you can see overall we landed 186% on the account, starting with a nice small amount of $100 as it is a beginner strategy. And we landed an almost 60% win rate, 59 wins and 41 losses. Now the win rate is pretty realistic, but a lot of these trades are between 2 and 7 risk to reward ratio. I'm sure you can agree that everybody loves hitting trades as high as that. But if you've enjoyed this and you want to learn more, then please click one of these videos right here and check out my 100th beginner strategy video. Remember, we do upload 2 to 3 times a week around here, so I will see you again.